A young couple sets off on what looks like the adventure of a lifetime. A white van, a cross-country road trip, and a dream of documenting van life across America. Their smiling faces flood social media. Sunsets, mountains, national parks. To the outside world, they look like the perfect couple. But just weeks later, the van returns home, and only one of them is inside. No explanation, no answers, just silence, and a haunting question that would grip the entire country. What happened to Gabby Petito? In July of 2021, 22-year-old Gabby Petito and her fiancé, Brian Laundrie, began a cross-country road trip across the United States. Their goal? To capture the beauty of van life. The couple converted a small white Ford Transit van into a traveling home. Inside it were simple comforts, a bed, a tiny kitchen setup, and camera gear for their travel vlog. Gabby dreamed of becoming a travel influencer. Her Instagram page was filled with images of stunning landscapes and smiling selfies. The road trip would take them through national parks across the American West, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, and for a while, everything looked perfect. But social media often shows only the highlight reel. Behind the scenes, the relationship was beginning to crack. On August 12, 2021, police in Moab responded to a disturbing call. Witnesses had reported seeing a couple arguing outside a van. When officers arrived, they found Gabby crying in the passenger seat. The body cam footage captured a tense scene. Gabby appeared emotional and overwhelmed. Brian seemed calm, almost detached. Officers eventually separated the couple for the night. At the time, it seemed like a routine domestic dispute. But in hindsight, that encounter would become one of the most analyzed moments in the entire case. Because it may have been the last opportunity anyone had to prevent what happened next. In the weeks following the police stop, Gabby continued posting photos from their trip. But something changed. Her social media updates slowed down. Then, they stopped entirely. Friends and family noticed something was wrong. Gabby always stayed in touch. But now, no messages, no calls. Meanwhile, something even stranger had already happened. On September 1st, Brian Laundrie returned home to his parents' house in Northport. He was driving the van. But Gabby was nowhere to be found. Even more disturbing, Brian refused to talk. On September 11th, Gabby Petito's family officially reported her missing. Within days, the story exploded across national news. Millions of people followed the investigation online. True crime communities began analyzing every clue, every photo, every timeline detail, every social media post. Internet sleuths even helped locate video footage showing Gabby's van parked near a remote area in Wyoming. Soon, search teams focused their efforts around Grand Teton National Park. And on September 19th, investigators made a heartbreaking discovery. They found Gabby Petito's body. But the mystery was far from over. Because now, Brian Laundrie was gone. His parents reported that he had left home days earlier to go hiking in a nearby nature reserve. And he never returned. Suddenly, the man at the center of the investigation had vanished. Law enforcement launched one of the largest manhunts in recent memory. Search teams combed thousands of acres of swampy wilderness. Helicopters circled overhead. Divers searched murky waters. But Brian Laundrie was nowhere to be found. Weeks later, in October 2021, search teams finally found something. Human remains. They were discovered in a flooded area of a Florida nature reserve. Dental records soon confirmed the identity. The remains belonged to Brian Laundrie. Near the body, investigators also discovered a notebook. Inside it was a chilling confession. Brian admitted responsibility for Gabby's death before taking his own life. The mystery of who killed Gabby Petito was finally answered. But the bigger question remained. Why? The story of Gabby Petito shocked millions of people around the world, but it also sparked important conversations about domestic violence, about warning signs in relationships, and about the reality behind the images we see on social media. To outsiders, Gabby and Brian looked like the perfect couple, but appearances can hide painful truths. The body cam footage from Moab showed a moment where something clearly wasn't right. Moments like that matter, because sometimes the difference between a story and a tragedy is recognizing the warning signs early. The case of Gabby Petito reminds us that behind every headline is a real person. A daughter, a friend, a life that mattered, and sometimes the most dangerous relationships are the ones that look perfect from the outside. Subscribe for more chilling true crime stories.